Hello, hello. What's up, replay viewers? How's everyone doing today? How's the challenge going? Are you feeling Paxton? Pax, stop it. Are you feeling any more efficient with your time? Or that your relationship with time has shifted at all? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, just giving it a second, seeing if anyone's hopping on live with me. Just giving it a second. Hey, Kayleen. Okay, so if you're on with me, I want you to start, just get out a piece of paper and do a brain dump. So this is when we just take everything that's scrambled in our head and we put it out on paper. So any to-do things, anything that's like weighing on your brain that you're like, I can't forget to do this, or maybe it's even something emotional, like I'm feeling really bummed about this, just write it down. Just empty your brain out on a brain dump. They're kind of fun. And you don't have to, we're going to reorganize it later, so don't worry about how it looks or how it's organized. Does that sound doable? Kayleen, I love that you get to watch these while you're working. What do you have in your mouth? Is that food? You and me both have runny noses, dude. You want to say hi? Hi, I'm cute. Shh. Okay. I didn't say where or anything, Kayleen. You're working very hard. See, you're being more efficient with your time, so you can take the time. This is just investing in your efficiency at work, basically. Okay, so brain dump. Everything that's feeling like it's weighing you down, that you've been wanting to get done and you can't forget. I can't have you sit up here with me the whole time, dude. Investing in self-care, yeah. Okay, just a few more minutes on this brain dump. You can keep going with this as long as you want. These are great because how often are we just weighed down by everything that's all jumbled in here? And so, but then when we sit down to write it down, we're like, oh, it has to be organized. No, just let it out. Let it all out. Whatever's weighing on you. Whatever you feel like you have to get done today. Isn't it funny how when we close one door, other doors open? So I thought that there would be a lot of, like, too many yoga teachers in Tahoe, because that's how it's been a lot of places that I've lived. There's just, like, a lot of yoga teachers, right? And so, but I just started putting my feelers out last week when I was like, I'm feeling over my job, and my job's money isn't, like, feeling as consistent anymore. And I've already lined up 4 yoga classes to teach a week, which is awesome. And a free membership to the rock climbing gym, which I'm stoked about. Okay, so brain dump, everything that's coming out. And then now go back through and we're going to star everything that's a to-do. Because you might have put other things in there that aren't necessarily like a pressing to-do list. So star everything that's in your to-do list. Covered my thing that tells me how many people are on. Okay, once you've starred everything that's a to-do, we're going to, and maybe you might not have access to this, but if you have access to Post-it notes, I'm going to show you guys the Trello method, which is pretty cool. One little tip about this. So when you make a to-do list, I want to prioritize the top 3 things that need to get done, and everything else is just a bonus. But those 3 things, you're going to use the Pomodoro method that we learned about on Monday, and you're going to power through those 3 things until they're done. And then anything else is a bonus, but don't, and if it's like something really big, maybe it's one thing, but you're going to power through that thing that is most pressing until that's done, and then everything else is a bonus. So you feel good about anything else you do. See, I used to make like really long to-do lists, and then I would feel down on myself because I wouldn't get through them, because I would put like crazy stuff on there that I've been wanting to do for months and still hadn't done. So you can put those on your to-do list, but don't make them a priority, make them a bonus. Make sense? Make you sense? Okay, so if you have access to Post-it notes, then we can use what's called the Trello method. So I just made one on this little whiteboard thing. So this is how it's going to work. Left side, this is all of your to-dos, all the things that need to get done. And if you have a bigger whiteboard, or you can use, I've even used this picture before. If you have a bigger whiteboard, that's even better. But all the things that need to get done today, right? So this is your to-do list. This middle column is going to be what you're working on at that moment. And then this is your completed. So after you do your brain dump and you star your to-dos, and then you write on your Post-it note what you want to get done today, then you go to your Trello board, and you can make one out of anything. You just need Post-it notes. Whiteboards are great, but anything is fine. Something bigger than this might be more ideal. Then you use the Pomodoro method to get these things done no matter what, and make it a non-negotiable. And you can use this in work, you can use this in cleaning your house, you can use this in, I usually do it with stuff that has to do with working on the computer, because when I work on the computer, it's so easy to just get distracted by Facebook or like crazy articles or whatever draws your attention away. So I do this method, and I set my Pomodoro timer for 25 minutes, and so I say, okay, so follow up with old leads is what I'm going to work on right now, right? So I set my timer for 25 minutes. I work on this. If it's done after 25 minutes, then I move it to the completed column. Do you guys like this? Does this make sense? And then I feel the sense of completion, which is kind of fun, right? If after the 25 minutes this isn't done, I do another Pomodoro of it. And I don't move this over till it's done. And I'm not finished with my to-do list until all 3 of these most important things for the day move from here to there.
The Verizon store.
Make sense? Make you sense? Okay. Kayleen, I think you're the only one on with me. Does that make sense to you? Anything that I didn't explain all the way? So this is a Trello board. And also, FYI, I'm so visual, and I like to be physically moving things around and stuff like that. You can do these on your phone. So I downloaded an app once, I forget what it was called, but some Trello app. And it's basically the virtual version of this. You create your to-dos and then you can put what you're working on, and then you tell it when it's completed. So that's totally an option also. I just really like having this next to me, and I like being like, okay, done. Okay, done. You know, makes sense. And it's so easy to just make one. I didn't have any whiteboard markers that I could find, so I just used tape for my columns. Moving a Post-it seems even more satisfying than checking off a box or crossing off the list. It is, especially if you want to crumple it up at the end. I mean, that's even better, right? And the thing is that I'll put the silliest things on my to-do list just so I have that little endorphin release of crossing it off or moving the Post-it or getting it done. Do you guys relate to that? So that happens too. Okay, that's what I have for you folks today. I hope that this was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions, need any clarification. If you make a Trello board, take a picture of it, post it in the group. The homework for today is, oh yeah, I haven't thought about that. Homework today is well, you might not have Post-its around. Okay, homework for today is either making a Trello board or just posting a picture of your brain dump with your starred to-do lists and and then you can reorganize that on a different piece of paper and make it look more organized. Take the to-do list. This is what I like to do too. When you do that brain dump and you put everything that you need to do, star your to-dos and then number them in priority and make a separate to-do list of those priorities, starting with number 1. So do that if you're not going to make a Trello board, but take a picture of one of those things and post it in the group. Cool. All right. Have a good day. Hope everyone's doing well. Bye.